I'm sure. All right, let's make it quick.
What's up, everybody? It is Daryl Woods with the Master Your Day, Master Your Life podcast, where we deconstruct the day of the exceptionally successful. And today is a recap show. And as you can see, I have my beautiful, illustrious, talented, all the above, my baby mama. How you doing, baby? Glad to have you on.
I'm doing great. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Awesome. So if you guys didn't know, with our recap show, what we do is we take some content from our past interview. And by the way, we had an awesome interview with Gio DeReese last week talking about the power of books and how to become an author. The name of it is How to Master Your Day to Get Your First Book Done. And if you haven't checked out that episode, I will highly recommend checking it out. This is a tremendous interview overall. But today we're going to do a quick recap of that show. We're going to take some clips. We're going to play those clips, and Jamaica and I are going to have a discussion about it. But first and foremost, Jamaica, how did you like that episode? Let us know.
Yes, I thought it was very helpful, certainly for today, certainly in the culture where a lot of people are really wanting to do their own businesses, be entrepreneurs, deciding to stop their day job and go towards their dream job. And with him talking and giving all the keys and tips of how he has also written his own book but helped others do the same, I thought that was definitely awesome.
Yeah, it was tremendous. And Gio, I met Gio. He's a speaker, so there's a certain energy that speakers bring to to podcasts. So I again highly recommend checking it out. But we're going to jump right into it. We're going to play
Wait. Are you trying to give me some shade because I'm not a speaker? My energy?
You a speaker. You got good energy. You got Jamaica energy, okay? I'm not going to throw shade at you.
It's called spicy energy, but I'm going to stay calm.
Thank you. We don't need spice, all right? We can get some spice after the show, okay? All right, but let's get into this. I'm going to play these clips, and again, we're going to have a discussion about it, but here we go. First clip.
Is in order to get to success, you got to go through Suck Road first. So if you look at the word success, the first three letters of it is SUC. And so I think a lot of times what happens is we're like, how do I get to success? And not realize that if you're trying to find a roundabout way, that's actually longer.
All right.
than just going through success. And the Suck Road has lessons in it that will allow you to go and achieve maximum success. And so,
Man, I absolutely love that analogy he gave, and it's actually a gem from one of his books, Geo's Gems, and he said, in order to get to success, you got to go through Suck Road first, and Suck Road sucks, right? Just by its very nature, and when you think about the word success, you got SUC. When I was listening to the interview, and one of the things that came to mind is you have S, you have C, SU, then you have C, but then you don't quite get to suck, right? And that's what happens in life. We go through life, we start something or we begin something, and then we it sucks in the beginning. Actually, the first thing that came to mind was a story. I think I've told it in this platform before, but when I first began to start speaking, it absolutely sucked, and Jamaica was there. Jamaica was there every single part of the way. And when I first started speaking, like I would go to different events, and it would just be hope. It would be hope. It was like, man, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. And it wouldn't happen. People will connect with me and say, hey, we're going to bring you in to speak. It wouldn't happen. This event after event after event where I thought it was going to be success, but it ended up just sucking completely. Do you remember those days, Jamaica?
Oh, yes, like yesterday. There was many times I had to like talk you off the cliff.
Yeah. It was many days, and like the ultimate day, and this was like the day I will always talk about forever. It was the day when I spoke it was at a conference, and it was a conference with students and administrators and everything. And I was there speaking. I was actually before I even got up to speak, about 95% of the room got up and walked out. Now, there's a lot of different circumstances on why that happened, but
it was lunchtime.
No, as a speaker, you're not thinking about it. You thinking they walking out on me.
You got to learn. This is why we learn. But it was lunchtime, y'all.
Yeah, I wasn't even angry. I was just sad. I was like, this is not it. It
was so funny. It happened, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's about to come out, and he's about to freak out. I'm like watching people walk out the door.
Walking out. I was like, oh my God. But the point of that is that it sucked in that moment, right? When you're going to success, you got to go through Suck Road. And again, we're talking about Gio DeReese and the interview we had with him. But you got to get through that Suck Road, because here's the awesome part about that story. I didn't get to K. Here's what happened. At that event, a person came up to me. Luckily he didn't see me speak, because it was just. But what happened was he came up to me, said, "Man, I want to bring you out to my school." And I said, "What?" And then, so long story short, it ended up being like the largest contract that I had to date with one of the top schools in the country. But long story short, I had to get through Suck Road in order to get to success. What do you think about that, Jamaica?
I think that's awesome. You said you didn't get to K. Why?
Well, I mean, it sucks, right? The thing is, it seemed like it sucked. Like the road to success, it doesn't suck, but it seems like it sucked in the process of doing it. And one thing that Gio talked about in her interview is when you go into a bridge and you go 50% of the way. This is what happens to us in life. Like when it comes to weight loss, when it comes to our goals, when it comes to everything, we get 50% there, and then we end up going 50% back. But the cool thing he said in that interview is, if you go 50% there and you go 50% and you go back, that's 100%. So it doesn't make sense to stop. It makes sense to keep on going and pushing forward. So
absolutely. It's funny because we were talking about this today, and I feel like it relates.
Yeah.
So we were reliving the whole birthing process of my son.
Yeah, it does relate. It does relate.
And being a new mom and naturally giving birth to my son, it's if you're a mom, you can totally understand, or I would say relate. And so when you're in the birthing process and you're about to give birth, you can't turn around.
There's no turning
There's
back.
no turning back.
There's no turning
You
back.
want to turn back sometimes, but you can't turn back.
Right.
And you're like, I have to complete this all the way through. You can't like, let's push stop or let's push pause. Let's rewind. You can't do that.
Yeah, actually, you remind me. There was actually a moment where you wanted to turn back. I remember.
I was like, can we stop?
we
No.
got to the moment where contractions started, get stronger, and she looked at me. I don't know if I could do this. I'm like, hey, we got to finish. There's no turning back.
So when you're even into the pushing process, you're like, but you can't stop. You can't turn around. You got to finish it all the way through.
Yeah.
Which made me think, it gave me an aha moment, because during that moment, as women, as mothers, we have this inner strength push at that moment.
Wow.
Like it just comes out like, I have to complete this and I'm going to complete this.
Wow.
And I was like, I did it in that moment. I should take that same energy and that same focus and that same determination to every project I do.
Wow, that's awesome. And
So, yeah.
that's awesome. I mean, that's a great analogy. Everyone has something that they want to birth in life, right? Whether it's birthing a better business success, birthing weight loss, birthing joy and happiness in life. Everyone has something they want to birth, but you just got to get through that push and just push, and then ultimately you have an awesome success in your life. So let's go on to the next clip. Here's the next clip.
That's a great question, and I love your concept of like mastering the 24 hours. Because in a life there's so many 24 hours in it, right?
Yeah.
So if I can't master one, what do I rinse and repeat? And so I think that's super important.
Hold on.
I think the first.
I might have to steal
What
that.
happened?
If you can't master one of them, I cut him off in that clip because it's something simple that he said, but it's just so powerful and something that we can overlook, right? Master your day, master your life. The whole concept, the whole idea, the whole community that we're building is people who's passionate about today, mastering the day. Because a lot of times we put so much emphasis on mastering our life, and mastering our life is so vague. It's so much that, it's just overwhelming. But really, all you got to do is just put your energy into mastering the day. And now the thing that he said that was powerful is, yeah, you got to master the day, but you just got to start with one day. It don't have to be, I'm a master all 365 days of this year. Yeah, that's a goal, but really just focus on what are you going to do to master today. Now, if you can master one day, the good thing is you can master the next day and the next day and the next day. But at first, you got to start with that one day. So as the takeaway here is ask yourself, not what do I want to do? What do I want to create 50 years from now? You want to have that in the back of your mind. But really, what do you need to do to create that life today? So what does that day look like right now? What do you think, Jamika?
Yeah. For me, certainly as a person, I don't know, maybe people can relate to this. Sometimes you feel like everything has to be set up perfect for you to be able to master the day.
Yeah.
So then you get into analysis paralysis, or you get to, I'm going to master it next week. I just got to get this, and this done. But really, and it's something that you always say, is you just have to master the 1 hour. Right. Don't make it, if it's like so overwhelming of the day or of your life, then the day, just master the 1 hour.
The 1 hour. And
I'm telling you, when you become a mom, hours matter.
Hours matter. And if you saw me, I just got up and I had to get my brick. Okay.
Oh goodness.
I keep this brick wherever I go. Not everywhere I go, but I take this brick
every time he speaks.
Every time I speak,
it was in the luggage.
And it was in the luggage. But when I speak on this mastering your day and productivity, I take this brick with me just to symbolize, right, to the audience that it's just a brick by brick by brick by brick experience. It can't be, you can't build a house without first laying the first brick. So whatever the goal is that you have, whatever that is, it can be absolutely anything. Just ask yourself, what is the next brick that I need to lay? How can I lay that brick so well that the next day I want to keep laying them and keep laying them? And then ultimately you'll create the life that you want. So we're going to go on to the next clip. But Jamaica, did you have anything to add to that?
No, that was good.
Awesome. Well, last clip, y'all. This has been an awesome recap show. And again, if you haven't checked it out, Gio DeReese, just an amazing guy, an amazing interview. And also, I wanted to talk about my book, Dream On. It's called Dream On. You can go to dreamonbook.com. Just an amazing book. If you have dreams that you want to get kickstarted in life, it's going to absolutely help you to do that and a whole bunch more. And it's done that for people literally around the world. But let's go into the last.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. Okay.
Let's hold on.
Yes.
I'm not going to get spicy.
Okay.
But let's kind of just talk about what really had to push you to write your book. Because I remember, listen, we met in college, you guys, and he's always wanted to speak to people, motivate them. And he was like, I don't know what I really want to do with myself. We know what he want to do. He's up here speaking to the whole world. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about what finally pushed you over the edge.
Well, you didn't know the next clip. So I'm going to play the next clip because it actually leads into what my answer here. So I'm going to play this next clip. Here we go.
I would say that the biggest problem for anyone with an idea is that no one else knows you have it.
Wow.
And so what happens is you become the world's greatest secret. You might have, and I want someone to listen, when you're looking at this and be like, yo, what can I do? And I want you to think, don't even think about getting the book done right now.
Wow.
When you talk about every day, you want to start to embody the very thing that your book is about.
Ooh.
And so the way you can easily do that is start posting every single day snippets of your book and put it out there before you ever have somebody buy it so that their energy.
So that was the process, y'all. And hopefully that answered you. If you remember, Jamaica, I went to our coach, Dr. Stacia, and she told me, hey, I want you to start putting out content. Just like for me, like I had the goal of speaking around the world, and I ain't spoke to my mama, you know what I mean? I haven't spoke to nobody. So I wanted to speak around the world, but really I just had to start with something. I hadn't done anything. I didn't have a business card, website, or anything like that. But she challenged me. She said, I want you to go out and I want you to post on Instagram. And back then, you know, it was about 15-second videos. And I can remember that next day I started posting those videos and I just kept going. I kept going.
You came home sweating bullets.
I know. I was like, oh my God.
Which is hilarious compared to you now.
Yeah, I know. It's absolutely hilarious when you think about it. But now, and I'm going to go back to the story, but now, if you think about it now, I've had the opportunity to speak in Dubai and Portugal, literally across the world, the major universities across the U.S., but it all started from just a little tiny push to just start with the brick, to start small. So that's how it happened.
And it's also, I don't want to cut you off, sorry.
You good, go ahead.
And it was like a burden was lifted. It was like you were waiting for permission to go after your dreams.
That's true. And I mean, that's powerful. You're making me think about the process now. What happened? It really talks about the power of mentorship. Because sometimes in life, really, like when it comes to like your big dreams and everything, yeah, they say you shouldn't seek people's approval for stuff and X, Y, Z. But when you have somebody,
but we all do.
But we all do, right? And what's more powerful is having the approval of someone that believes in you. You know, when I look back in those, man, that was good. All right, we might have to regret it. But when I go back to those early days, I was looking for approval from everybody else, but the person that gave me the approval, that pushed me out to go after my dreams, was the person that believed in me the most. And you know, I'm forever indebted to that. And if you don't have a mentor, get a mentor. Get somebody that believes in you, that sees the better side of you. Because again, that push led me to be where I'm at, where I am now, and where I'm going. I haven't arrived, but you know, we're going, we're pushing. So, what do you think, Jamaica?
I think that's really good. When I think of just really stopping and getting uncomfortable to go forward, this is the whole game. You have to really enjoy the process, even when you haven't fully arrived, the process of reaching that final goal. Yep. And that's what you tell me. You're like, hey, you got to enjoy when it's not fun and make it fun.
It's true. Because what happens is our brain gets fixated on the end result, and that leads to fatigue. Like like if you just thinking about the end result all the time, all the time, all the time, you're thinking about the distance. Because right now there's distance between where you are and where you want to be. And when you think about that distance, it can cause some anxiety. Now, I'm not saying don't focus on where you want to be. You want to change the perspective of how you think about that. Like when you think about that, you want to think about it as if you have it already. Visualize it and believe it. Not thinking about it, man, I'm so far away from it. I can't achieve this. I can't do this. Like, get rid of all that. So you want to think about it, but think about it in a positive manner, and also put your focus on the next day. Like if there was anything that you were going to put your focus on, it should be on today. Like what can you do today to get to that goal, to get to where you want to get? So
yeah, success is in the process.
Success is in the process. So we're not going to go on and on. This has been a tremendous recap episode. This is the first one we've done on video.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys love
the baby. So it's been a while.
I know it's been a while. Hope you love the video format, but please let us know your feedback. Reach out, subscribe, leave comments. Let us know your thoughts on the podcast. Our goal with this is to get better and better and better and build a community again of people who are mastering their day and mastering their life because they mastered their day. And if I gotta remind you, if you want to have a good year, you just gotta have a good month. If you want to have a good month, you gotta have a good week. If you want to have a good week, you gotta have at least one good day to start with today, and you can do it. See you on the other side. Peace.